women have vaginas. Now we got a bunch of people watching this and they're like,
he doesn't even know the female anatomy. How is he qualified to discuss this?
Let's talk about the tea. Oh my God, let's talk about drama.
they're finding out where they want to go or where they want to avoid, or they're trying to compete with other women. I mean, a lot of it is obviously lies, but they're very well informed about their social circles. Hey guys, Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com, here to talk to you about why bitches gossip. Now this one's a good one. So, women have vaginas, and having a vagina makes you act in different ways than when you have a penis, usually. Oh God, I already just started out this video, it's great. I just fucking triggered an entire generation. Okay, women are the receptive sex when it comes to the sexual dance, and men are the assertive. Because if I say aggressive, then, oh my God, the guys are aggressive. No, actually, no, fuck you. Guys are the aggressors when it comes to sex. They are the initiators. They are the ones who approach the girl, ask her out, take her on the date, take her home. And if you disagree with this, literally go fuck yourself. I mean, you're just a fucking moron. The woman is going to be playing a more defensive game, I guess is one way to put it, a receptive game. Or she's the buyer, and the man is trying to sell. When you're the buyer, you have money, and you have all of these people trying to sell you things. The market is overly saturated. As you well know from social media or whatever, women are just getting bombarded with attention, and even a fucking 6 thinks she's a 9. And men on average are very, very low value. They're very thirsty, very desperate. And this is just simply from the fact that women have one vagina, and in that vagina is a womb, and in the fucking, what's it called? What's that thing called in their vagina? The ovaries, Jesus. Fucking ovaries. I don't know why I was struggling with that. Now we got a bunch of people watching this and they're like,
he doesn't even know the female anatomy. How is he qualified to discuss this?
Fuck you, I've been in more vaginas than a fucking OBGYN, you fucking cunt. Okay, so, when you have a limited number of eggs flowing through the system of a fucking female Homo sapien, you have a limited resource. When you have a man who can come fucking hundreds of millions of sperm until he's fucking, I don't know, dead. And I'm sure when he's dead, he could still squeeze a few fucking little dudes at him. You have a very vast difference in your approaches to the marketplace. So the man is trying to sell his sperm. That's in huge quantities in the world. There are Googleplex fucking sperm on this earth right now. And very few of those spermies are of high value because the man who's ejecting said spermies is very often a basic ass bitch and has no redeeming qualities, or very few redeeming qualities. So, on average, with very few exceptions, statistically significant, I don't know how else to put this, when you are a woman, you are gonna have a lot of choice and a lot of offers, and that gives you your choice because you have so many offers. And you are going to, by nature, have to be a bit more conservative with it. Or at least picky. You can fuck a lot of guys, but you might be picky with those guys. Or maybe if you're just a raging whore, you fuck everyone who gives you a chance. I don't know. But on average, you're gonna be a little bit more picky. Whereas a guy just sees a girl and just goes, I wanna fuck. I want put my penis in something that is living and that is human. And maybe not even that half. So, when you have that situation, you are gonna have a very specific way of dating. And so when women are dating, gossip and information, social information on how the market is working, who's fucking who, who's trying to fuck who is not fucking who anymore because of X and Y reason, who has said STD, who's pregnant, who's currently having beef.
Let's talk about the tea. Oh my God, let's talk about drama.
All that shit, right? They want to know all of that because what's going to happen is, because of said situation that I just over-explained, I need to be picky. with what's going on. I need to associate with the right people who are gonna get me in the right crowds so I can be around people I enjoy and wanna be around, but usually also I just wanna be as high value as possible because, as I said earlier, the amount of spermies that are of high value are very low. So in order to find high value spermies and high value dicks attached to high value men, you're gonna have to go in the right circles usually. Cold approach happens, of course, but it's pretty rare actually. Most women are meeting, I don't know what statistic it was. What is something like 30% or 40% of married couples like find each other at work or something like that? I don't know the exact numbers, but it's fucking high. People are very rarely gonna go outside of their social circles and meet new people. It happens, but not as rare as it is just sticking with your own groups. So, women are gonna gossip and find information in order to put themselves in the right situations to be with high value guys. Women don't do everything just so they can get dick. You know, there's much more to our, no, there's not. If you just pay attention to the behaviors of women, almost everything they do revolves around getting high value dick. And the same with men. I'm not saying we're not guilty of that either. We just pretty much want pussy all the time. So, that gossip will give her information she needs to navigate those social waters, either to avoid bad things, to put herself around good people, or to outcompete others. So there's 3 prongs here. Just general information to know who you should be around and who you shouldn't based on what it is you value and what people you like and who's on the up and coming and who's on the downfall, and you want to get away from the sinking ship. If that pisses you off, well, that's just the way the world works. So just let's call it info. Then you have good gossip. The gossip that you want to know about. Oh, this guy, he's an up-and-coming actor. He's an up-and-coming rapper. Or this guy in her social circle, he just did this cool thing. Or, oh, hey, this guy just joined a group. Whatever good thing that is good to her in terms of that's a hot guy or a high-value guy. That's gonna be information she wants because it's gonna help her direct where her pussy is gonna go. Hearing great things about this guy or this group, okay, I wanna start trying to get into that social circle. I wanna try and get around that guy because I wanna fuck that guy. If you don't think girls are this SWAT team about their sexual life, you're an idiot. Then you have competition. Now, competition is the dark side of the gossip. This is the, oh, I heard X and Y has herpes, or I heard X and Y has a small dick, or I heard X and Y is bad in bed. And that is how women are going to outcompete each other or get rid of men who are making it hard on them. So she's gonna gossip about this guy having a small dick and being bad in bed because he broke her heart, but now she can either lie or tell the truth. I don't know, you know, very often it's a lie, but sometimes it's the truth. But I'm still gonna feed information into the right environments for it to spread in order to attack a guy who broke my heart. Or I wanna make sure he's not sleeping. If I can't have him, no one else can. Girls will do that too. You know, a lot of people are willing to sink the ship they're on just to make sure it doesn't get to the destination because that destination isn't what they want. Or they're going to, most of the time, this is what most of the gossip is doing, is going to be outcompeting another female. The gossip can be directly towards her. Yeah, I heard X and Y doesn't like you. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Yeah, I heard X and Y, he only likes this type of girl. Or, you know, no one, you know, you don't look good in that dress. All of these small direct gossips of me feeding information to you can be used as competition against you and another female. And because I have some sort of ends. I don't know what it is, but I have some sort of motivation. Or it can be, I'm talking about this girl who's not with us right now. Maybe she just walked away 10 seconds ago. I love that meme where it's like a guy with his friends and they're all like, oh, you fucking pussy ass bitch, fuck you. And you're like, all right, see you, man. And then when they leave, the guy's like, oh, I love that guy. Right? So we talk shit in front, but we actually love you deep down. And girls are the opposite. Oh my God, you look so pretty. She's such a fucking whore. She's such a fucking bitch. You see her wearing that skirt, she's just fucking begging for it. That's how a lot of girls work. Not the best ones. The best ones are actually pretty just high value girls and don't really have a lot of drama in their life at all. But that's not the vast majority of women. And so that doesn't apply to the vast majority of situations you'll find yourself in. So when these women are either gathering information for just keeping aware of what's going on, they're finding out where they want to go or where they want to avoid, or they're trying to compete with other women and attack them. And this is why people gossip. This is why gossip YouTube channels are so huge.
Let's talk about the tea.
That kind of fucking shit makes me want to fucking blow my brains out. But I do recognize its value as well, because everyone gossips. Here's one thing that is actually relevant to this video. Is the title of the video is something like, you know, why girls gossip, but guys gossip all the time too. And especially in our current age. That's why in the beginning I was like, is this like a current thing? Because guys are very feminine. I'm sure this has been going on for a long time. But I'd like to think at a certain age, if you had a problem with a guy, you just go up and say, hey, I have a problem with you, instead of starting rumors and gossiping. But I learned, well, the opposite, that men are just as gossipy, just as catty, just as feminine as women in their approach to the dating market. Because as I said in the beginning, women play the receptive role, they're the buyers. So they need information on what they're gonna buy or what they're not gonna buy. But the men, they should just be the assertive. Hey, I think you're pretty. Wanna fuck? No? Okay, cool. Next one. Boom. Not, hey, I think you're really pretty. You wanna hang out? No? Oh, okay. Walk off, and then another guy starts talking to her, da-da-da. Yeah, well, I heard he's a player, so, you know, she's just gonna get some STD from this guy or something, or, you know. People are fucking savage. People started all sorts of fucking rumors about me in college. Some of them bordering on illegal. But I've just come to terms with this is how women work, and this is how guys work, actually. So maybe we should change the title of the video. It's why people gossip. People gossip for mostly, if it's not their ends and sort of, like I have a motivation to have this happen, like you get destroyed reputationally or me get exalted reputationally. But also, of course, you just enjoy the drama. You enjoy, this is why we watch TV shows, right? So even if you're like, well, I don't gossip, it's like, well, do you watch drama on TV? Well, that's essentially just gossip. You're seeing other people's issues with sex and relationships and friendship and marriages and fucking family and children. And you're getting entertainment out of it. A lot of it, I'm guessing, is Schadenfreude, which is it's a fancy German word for enjoying someone else's pain. We all have it. We all have that desire to look at the car crash on the side of the road, just because you're curious, you know, just, and if there's a body part, like maybe that'll just be interesting, right? We have savage, dark humors. We have, a lot of our behaviors are very, very savage. And so outside of the obvious motivations, tactically, I think people just enjoy reveling in the downfalls of others, usually, because you don't really have a lot of excitement. Let's talk about gossip when it's a good thing, right? Unless it's like, oh my God, I got a boyfriend. Let's talk about it now. Or, hey, I'm pregnant. Or like, I'm engaged. Oh my God, let's take 100 photos. And every other girl in the photo is acting happy, but really she's just jealous that this girl's engaged first. And now I need to get engaged. So I'm gonna start pressuring my boyfriend to trust me. Okay. I love seeing engagement photos and all the girls are like, oh my God. And I'm like, I know you're all just like seething inside. Because people are not as good as they pretend to be. They're not as virtuous as they pretend to be. They're very often the opposite. This isn't a cynical view, it's just a realistic view, because I'm not mad about it, I'm not bitter about it, I've come to terms with it. But women and men, this is why they gossip. So once you understand that, then you can start navigating it properly, and you can receive gossip with intelligence, put out gossip with intelligence when it's necessary, and you have to play the game. The only way to, I'd say, really get out of it is you just be a very, very big loner, and you don't do social circle, and you just do pure cold approach. And I know some guys who live that life, and they're actually very happy and content, and for the most part, I try to live that life now and not try to tangle myself in the clusterfuck that is social circle. But most of you are not gonna do that. Most of you are gonna have to engage with this. And so if you know your enemy and you know your allies, depending on who's gossiping about what, then you're going to be much more prepared to tackle the struggles of social circle game. Because if you think you're beyond reproach, you're not. If you're gossiping with someone, they're gonna probably gossip about you. And so you need to be learning from women and taking a page out of their book, because as much as I make fun of them gossiping and all that, there's actually a lot of benefit to it, and they're very well informed about what's going on. I mean, a lot of it is obviously lies, but they're very well informed about their social circles. And so it would behoove you to, you should still have a disgust for it as a man. Like, oh my God, you're all just like, instead of being a real person and just having the balls to go out and get what you want, like this girl, you try to destroy your enemies or gain favor by attacking others or propping up others when they don't deserve to be propped up, and you kiss their ass. Because deep down it's all about just getting your dick wet. Or if you're a girl, getting the right guy to fuck. And very few people have any moral quandaries about what they're willing to do to get to that. So be prepared. And that's why people gossip. Girls and guys, both. So if you want to avoid all that shit, actually, I just talked about sticking the cold approach and not having to deal with all this fucking bullshit. You can just learn how to cold approach, which is just walking up to a random woman whom you have no ties to because you've never met her, but you think she's beautiful, and you go and say hi, and you think that she's very beautiful, and you talk, and then you ask her if she'd like to get a coffee, and then you guys text a little bit, and she seems receptive and warm, and she agrees to a time and a date that you set up strategically, somewhere close to your house, somewhere you guys can talk, somewhere that's not gonna be around her social circles or your social circles. It's very covert. And it's conducive for you guys building a connection between just you two. None of the world has to worry. And then you have a great time and you invite her home, and you kiss her and you guys end up having sex, and then you continue to communicate and see each other again, and fuck, it develops into a relationship. And what's beautiful is that relationship just started from cold approach, which means you have a pure base with which to start of. The relationship is purely just you two. That's why dating girls, like taking girls as girlfriends from a social circle, I usually advise against, because there's too much baggage. And it's just too complicated. But if it's just you and her, you start that relationship, now you have almost full control over that. You can not tell anyone and have her not tell anyone and just keep it between you two, and you're not gonna have to deal with all of these good and bad motivations that can complicate your relationship and add drama to your life. And so if you need a very streamlined process, very, very simple, very, very basic, but very effective way of meeting a girl that you've never met before and avoiding all this bullshit gossip that I've talked about, and just running through this seductive process that's very organic and very natural, and starting relationships or just having sex with girls without all that confusion, check out One Date in the description below. It's an amazing course that is me and my mentor, I'm interviewing my mentor, about all of his knowledge about women and distilling it into a very basic process which anyone can follow. And by doing this over and over again, you'll eventually meet the women and that you want to date and actually end up dating them successfully and having sex with them and have a relationship with them and not having to deal with all this gossip, tea, drama bullshit. So check that out in the description below. I would highly recommend you take that route. But of course, you'll still be involved in social circles inevitably, and you may like some girls from your social circles. So if you want to do better in that arena of fucking blood and guts and gore, that is gossip and rumors and reputation, then understanding the motivations behind why you and others gossip, it will behoove you to understand the tools of the trade, and now you'll be able to fight more effectively because you know your enemy. So there you go. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stop gossiping like a little woman. Be a man and just fucking approach girls and fuck them. It's not that fucking hard, but apparently it is. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell, follow me on Instagram, go fuck yourself, and yeah, definitely do that one. Go fuck yourself.